Yo, what is up, y'all? My name is Devin, and today I'm going to be getting into how you can make the most out of your training, not get burnt out, not injure yourself, and honestly make progress while having a super busy or a super physically fatiguing job. But before we get into that, if you are interested in working together on one-on-one coaching or a custom meal and training plan, you can definitely email me. It's going to pop up over here, or you can check out my website. That's going to be linked down below. You can also check out that website link for my high protein cookbook, Healthy Doesn't Suck, or my training plan, Mask Made Simple. I have clients who are construction workers, clients who are in nursing school, clients who are in school to become doctors, surgeons, all that amazing stuff, which is very taxing on the body, not just physically, but also mentally. It's a lot to deal with. And you want to make sure that you're not going to the gym and making yourself worse. Be intelligent with your programming. Should you be training 5-6 times a week, absolutely killing yourself with volume? You don't need to train 5 or 6 times a week to make gains. Honestly, if you're training too often, that can kind of move you backwards. You are not going to be able to recover from that much training and that much output with your work as well. And you're going to reach a point where your body will not let you go any further, and you're going to have to deload super often, or you're going to get burnt out and just quit entirely. Training anywhere from 3 to 4 times per week should be solid for you. A super simple program like push-pull legs or random variations of upper-lower splits. I've made so many different training programs with a 4-day split or even with a 3-day split. You want to stay away from things that are going to be like a bro split, because you're not going to hit every single muscle group with as much volume as you need to grow. Of course, if you're struggling with that, I can help you out, right? So my second tip here is start off small and then work your way up. Do not be like Icarus and fly too close to the sun. Give yourself this crazy training volume and then be like, I wonder when I'll burn out. I wonder when my body will start to give up on me. Start small and titrate your way up. Slowly dial your volume up. Start with 3 times and then work your way up. Start with 2 sets per movement and then work your way up. Don't start off with this Ronnie Coleman ass split and think, I think I should be able to handle this, because if you're not able to handle it, it's gonna feel a lot shittier in the moment than you may anticipate. I have to kind of like grab people like they're little kids sometimes when we're training together and be like, hey, I know you want to be a hard ass. You want to do the most fatiguing exercises. You want to do all this crazy shit, but you're gonna burn out. You can't see it, but I can see this. Look out for red flags when it comes to your training, not just training, but also at work. If your freaking feet start to feel heavy, if you start to feel dehydrated, if you start to feel like you're not getting any proper sleep, if your training is moving back, or you have brain fog at work, you could be overtraining, which leads to these factors as well. Don't kill yourself. Remember, more does not necessarily equal more. When you do have periods where you're not working and where you're not training, maximize that time. That doesn't mean go join a kickball league. That doesn't mean go, do Brazilian jiu-jitsu because you have an extra free hour. Spend that time giving your body a rest. If that means getting massages, cupping, acupuncture, so that when you do have those high intensity duties that you need to accomplish, your body is fresh and ready for the challenge and you don't feel absolutely demolished. Self-discipline is not just pushing yourself hard as hell. It's also acknowledging when you need to take a break, acknowledging when you might need to deload, minimize your training session a little bit so that you can go home and get more rest, right? That's also discipline. That's also mentally pushing yourself to let your foot off the gas a little bit. These two factors are kind of paired with each other. Eat like you want to build muscle, drink water like you are a construction worker. Your body weight and fluid ounces should be a pretty big staple for you to follow. That should be good, right? If you struggle with sleep, GABA is a great supplement for that. And then also make sure that you're eating like you want to grow. If you're skipping meals, you cannot expect to have high energy. You cannot expect to have mental clarity. So make sure you're staying on top of your protein. Don't skip meals. Eat a breakfast, eat a lunch, eat dinner. Don't skip out on that, because you will notice the difference in your output and how you feel when you do eat properly. And understand that this is a long game. A lot of injury comes from overuse. So listen to your body. If you feel like shit, maybe don't go to the gym that day. The gym is going to be there no matter what. You can't go to work. You can't earn that paycheck because you fucked yourself up in the gym. You'd be pretty pissed off, right? A lot of people who do work physically and mentally demanding jobs have a very big pain threshold, whether that's mentally putting yourself through a lot of stress and not knowing when to stop, or physically, just pushing, and that can come across in injuries, that can come across in even ED territory, because you're like, hey, I'm busy, I'm locked in, I'm in my flow state, I'm not gonna eat, I'll get to that meal later, and it can all be very detrimental, right? So the same way that you should have balance with your work, knowing when to call out if you're able to, pay your bills, knowing when to take vacations, stuff like that, that's the same way that you should have balance when it comes to your training. It's all a give and take, an ebb and flow, and remember that nobody can be 100% on 24/7 every single day for the rest of their lives. If you're not following me on Instagram, I definitely suggest checking that out. I post a lot of physique updates, other types of content, so it's at DVNSPRS, but I'm also gonna link that down below. And like I always say, Devin loves you, Devin's a Don, and Devin is out of here, boy.